welcome to Kenyaddacreates. I'm Kenyatta. Welcome to my channel. Sorry for the lighting. My ring light stopped working, so I gotta invest in a new one when I can. But right now, this is all I got. I'm going to be going over the books I read in the month of June. I didn't read a lot. Been crocheting a lot. But I have read some good books, some okay books. Book I really didn't like. But the first book I read was Crush by Tracy Wolf. I read this on my Kindle. This is the second book to Crave. Crave was about a school of paranormals, vampires, werewolves, dragons, and witches, and a gargoyle. Journey to self-discovery, trying to defeat people who are trying to come against them, trying not to die. It's a very, interesting story. But in Crush, it's it's good and evil, and trying to overcome is my best description of it without giving details. I mean, it's a good series so far. I enjoy it, and I will continue reading them. But I don't want to. If you haven't read the first one, I really don't want to spoil this one. But like I said, and before, Crave is about this girl who lost her parents, who was taken in by her uncle, who is over the school, which is the school for paranormals, and she discovers that she's a gargoyle, and the only one in existence as for many years, as far as anybody knows. And she falls for the vampire that everybody's scared of, but he doesn't scare her, obviously. And she's made it to him. But in the second one, she finds out that his brother killed a lot of people, but he was killed by her boyfriend, which is the brother. And in the second one, due to circumstances, I can't really, I will spoil it if I go into the second one. So let's just stick with what the first one's about. If you're interested in the first one, read the first one first, because it's hard for me to describe the book, the second one, without spoiling it if you haven't read the first one. So it's a good book. It's a young adult. It's a young adult story. It's very good to me, in my opinion. I love it, and I can't wait to continue it. But that is Crush by Tracy Wolf. The second book I read was The Keeper of Night by Kylie Lee Baker. Now, this follows a girl named Rhea Scarborough, who is a Reaper. But she is half Reaper because her mother's from Japan, which means she is half Shinigami. Is that what it is? Shinigami. Half Shinigami. And she is, due to circumstances, she has to leave the Reapers behind on the run, and she runs to Japan in search of her past, which is her mother, who is a Shinigami. But as she gets there, she has to meet with the Queen of Death, who is over all the Shinigamis, and she is put to this task in order to become a Shinigami herself. So she has to complete the task that's given to her in order to become a full Shinigami. You recognize her as full Shinigami, but there's some truths that's become exposed that alters things near the end of the book. This was a slow read for me, which is one of the reasons why I haven't read a lot of books, because I spent a lot of time with this book. I didn't hate it, but I didn't necessarily like it. I didn't become really interested until the end of the story, because it was just ended in a way like, what? You mean to tell me? Really? Now I gotta read part 2 when it comes out to get an answer of why it ended the way it did. But I hope it's better than this one, because, like I said, I didn't really enjoy reading it. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. But this is The Keeper of Night by Kylie Lee Baker. The next book I read was The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. I love this book. When you read the synopsis, you think this is going to be like kind of like a Latin, but it's not. It's coming from the 40 Thieves story. It takes out of that story. There is a lamp involved, but it's not Aladdin's lamp. I'm just on my tooth. So this story follows Luli, which is a female who is known for selling magical items, rare magical items. And she catches the eye when she saves a prince from catastrophe. When she saves a prince's life, she gets after that she gets recognized by the, what is he called? The Sultan. That's the word. The Sultan requests a visit from her, and normally he imprisons and probably even put to death people who are illegally selling items like this. But he wants her to go retrieve this lamp for him, who he feels it belongs to him through the family lineages being passed down, and it's magical. But it's crazy. I don't want to give too much away, because it's okay. He sends along his son with her, to kind of watch the situation, make sure the task is done. But people come after them. They are attacked by ghouls, attacked by old members of the 40 Thieves, because there were 2 sets of the 40 Thieves, the old one and the new one. And it's crazy. I'm doing a bad job explaining these books. Oh my goodness, but I did enjoy it. If there's a part 2, would I read it? Yes, I would. This was a good fantasy to me. Was it great? No, it didn't blow my mind. It didn't blow my mind, but it was worth the read. I enjoyed the read. It didn't blow my mind, but I enjoyed it. So, this is The Stardust Thief. And the last book I read was Covet by Tracy Wolff. This is I don't know what just happened. This is the 3rd book in the series of Crave. And as I said before, I'll explain what Crave was about. Read the first one before you even get to the 2nd and 3rd one. Because after reading the 2nd one, I knew I had to read this one, because the way that 2nd one ended, it was just like, oh my God, I knew it. And then it was like, okay, I got to see what happens now. I got to know what happens, because, even though it ended in a way that I expected, it was just like, still, I got to know. I got to know what happens. So this was the last book I read this month. I also finished my audiobook of re-listening to Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I just finished that one today. So yeah, those are all the books that I read in the month of June. So give this video a like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified whenever I post another video. And I will see you in my next video. I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. Bye.